Digital transformation has come to higher ed, especially the education technology space. If you think about it, the freshmen walking into campus today have grown up as consumers in an online community. As the cost of college skyrockets, enrollment numbers are decreasing, and universities are facing an audience with increased expectations and needs. From the application process all the way through graduation, the student experience has changed, but until now, the technology supporting that student experience has not. There is a better way. Technology, and specifically ServiceNow, has made it cheaper, faster, and easier for students to navigate their entire student experience. And on the university side, cheaper, faster, and easier to integrate all these disparate systems into one unified system of work.
Over the last 15 years, college campuses have been consolidating their services into localized areas so they're easy to access. This means that departments like financial aid, admissions, bursar, the registrar, are all moving into one roof. This is not a coincidence. This is actually due to the fact that parents and students both want a consumerized experience, where things are easy, if not automatic. This requires another paradigm shift in thinking. We have to stop thinking of them as students and parents, and we actually need to start thinking of them as customers, and high-end customers at that, because over their lifespan, they're probably going to spend $250,000 plus just in tuition, housing, and all the other things that are involved in the university campus life. Typically, there's three main reasons why people have this shift in paradigm, and for some universities, it's some or all three of them at the same time. The first reason is building the brand. Universities want to promote their name and their brand recognition. They're not concerned about enrollment in the same way, because many of them are financed by research and other methods. What they are concerned about is a strong customer experience and being perceived as the best. The second is providing student insight. And for these universities, they are more concerned about the enrollment and the maintenance of the enrollment of students. They want to know holistically what's happening across the student body. If someone's in jeopardy, if they're not attending classes, if there's too many questions to financial aid. These are concerns that they want to know about ahead of time so that they can maintain their enrollment. The last group wants to modernize the experience. They want to eliminate antiquated systems of work such as email and spreadsheets, and they'd like to improve communications between the different departments. Most of all, they'd like to get rid of manual processes and automate them whenever possible. This is Acorio's Student One-Stop Solution, built on ServiceNow. Here is our service portal solution that is contextually driven to support both students, parents, and other people that might be coming into your site and requesting services from your student-facing entities. This is a fully designed website, so you can have elements like slideshows from big announcements, events. And we also have an easy contextual navigation that comes out of this bottom bar. Within here, you can get quick links to all the different services that a different student or parent or guardian could consume. And we can also show the progress of things like registration or orientation. As we click into financial aid, this is an on-screen version of a case submission. And this has a number of different elements that can be used for incident or case deflection, where we have some related knowledge or some type of head knowledge that will be presented as they fill out this form. So transforming the student experience is really important. When you think about it, most of us live on our mobile devices, even more so for the incoming students. They probably don't interact with you as much as you think on a computer, so we actually wanted to design something that was more mobile ready so that it's easy to get to the things that they need in one place. Now what we're looking at is the mobile version of the Student One Stop, which has a simplified view, so we really are focusing on the events and the announcements, and the quick access to get into Student Services menu to consume the things that are appropriate for, in this case, Sarah, who's logged into this site. So as you'll see, Sarah clicks in here. She has a number of different choices based on her context. Now Sarah's going to actually put in a ticket with financial aid, but from her mobile phone. And so Sarah's going to go ahead and populate this ticket with some information about applying for work study. And now she can actually submit her ticket, and it will create the new case. And you'll see now in the open cases, how do I apply for work study is populated using the native chat with ServiceNow. So Sarah's going to put in her question here, and now she's going to wait for one of the agents to respond. And one of the first things you'll notice is there's some automated response, and then there will be the actual interaction with an agent. And now that Sarah has completed her chat, she can close it out, and that's been logged, and she's all set to go. Yeah, so when Suffolk first contacted us, they had already rolled out ServiceNow for their IT group, and what they were really looking to do was find other ways that they could improve efficiency using the ServiceNow product. So they actually wanted to focus on student-facing services because they saw that that was a major challenge. Suffolk University is actually leading this transformation of the student experience. They've already consolidated all of their student-facing services into one physical location, and now the groups are working together. Financial aid, the registrar, bursar, and their newly established front end, the RAM desk, which is a Tier 1 support group for all student services. Now that these groups are unified in a single system of work in ServiceNow, they're working together across the student accounts with true insight as to what's happening with each student. In addition to that, they're leveraging knowledge management so they can more rapidly resolve issues, and they have a telephony integration that's automatically routing calls to the correct groups or to previously opened cases. The goals of this initiative were pretty simple. They wanted to capture and measure all the work that was coming into the frontier desk along with the back-end groups of registrar, bursar, and financial aid. In addition to that, they wanted to make sure that they had the right balance of work between the front groups and the back groups, and that there was good communication. And finally, they wanted to measure all of their critical success factors in this project. Some of these factors include the overall case volume and then the trend of cases as they happen over time, the percentage of cases that are actually handled by the Tier 1 RAM desk, the time to respond, and the time to resolve cases in a trending fashion, the overall customer satisfaction, and finally the percentage of time that knowledge was actually used to resolve cases. A lot of the solutions don't think about the interface in the way that students just need to swipe up and get to what they want, much like they do on every single application that they're using on their phones. So we want to make it easy and accessible for them no matter where they are.
I think this really is the future. It's a cutting-edge solution to something that universities have been struggling with for a while now, more than a decade. And so this underlying single system of work is really revolutionizing the way that universities are going to be able to serve their constituents, both their students and the parents.
A Gold Services partner, Acorio is the premier, 100% dedicated ServiceNow consultancy in the ecosystem. For 5 years, we've driven IT transformation and long-term value for leading colleges and universities with ServiceNow. Our client partnerships are based on user-centric experiences, deep industry expertise, and hundreds of best practices. Learn more at acorio.com.